Girl, it's hot.
Hey everyone, it is Bestie Lisa, the Purple Dahlia
Hey,
Magnet
remember me?
Magazine,
Hi.
and Jess Paranormal Interest will be right back. We're going to start without her. As always, if you're a new person watching, let us know where you are from. Say hello.
Hold on.
We love meeting new people, right?
No. Bestie, how do I get my fan to stop rotating?
Probably there's a button in the back you like pull or push and
Yeah,
it
okay.
stops.
It's
Let's
hot
see.
here. It's hot down here.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my god.
So since you got your nails Barbie, are you gonna go to watch the movie?
We're talking two layer
The
painted
movie's out
skirt.
tomorrow. Yeah, I just got blue.
I didn't choose. I was too nervous because I was having that other thing done that day.
You never choose. You're just like working magic, Martha.
And I went live on TikTok. I sent you an invite. We couldn't figure out how to bring Martha on, but then we realized that Martha didn't have enough followers yet.
Like I didn't even get the
I'm
invite.
4,000. Ready for this? 4,000 followers short of being able to get a sponsor.
Ooh. Hi,
Bitches, bitches,
Victoria.
make
Hi,
it happen.
Eileen.
Make it happen. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Hi, Eileen. Anybody else I missed?
No, I don't see. There's 6 people watching.
Thank you, Vic. Vic, you can't go the Barbie route. It's an in thing. No, I teeter between Barbie pink and purple at all times. So Martha outdoes herself every time. So I did that thing that everybody says, "Oh, you should never do. That's going to be painful." I was kind of let down a little bit.
I'm lost. You're gonna have to message me. I'm just saying.
So, anyways, you sure my little boyfriend's not there hanging out?
I'm sure he's
Look around.
swimming.
Make sure he's small. He can hide anywhere.
He's
Not
not
there.
here. Oh.
Now, the plan was to put a Boston B on there. Yeah, but see, I'm a hockey fan, not a baseball fan. So when I looked up the baseball B, I was like, "Oh hell no!"
What's those colors again? Blue,
Red, white,
red.
and blue.
Oh, honey, Giants colors. You should put a G on it. Chris and Liv would go bonkers. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I figured I was gonna try to put a B on it because he's always going, "Hey Boston." So I figured I'd put the B on there, but then I guess the Red Sox one has like a little bit of a swooshy wooshy on the side. I can't do swooshy wooshies.
Well, you should put.
Yeah, that's right, Vicky. Several youth hockey colors. You tell her.
But I'm just saying you should put a G on it because Liv and Chris are Eagles fans and Cullen's grandma is a Giants fan. I'm just saying.
You do know I live in New England, right?
I'm
New England through and through. Like for those of you outside of the borders of Massachusetts, let me explain this. We could be, I don't know, in the bowels of Canada. If you hear your hometown accent, hockey can't have it yet. Massachusetts is in the house. They run into some riffraff where they're not getting along because nobody really likes us massholes but us massholes. You're obligated by state rule. I believe it's a state law now, actually, since we are the only one that can claim City of Champions, that you have to defend them. You can drop any line where you go, touching me, touching you. And if Boston's in the house, they will finish the song without the music. It's just what we do. Just what we do.
Vicky said I was so happy for Bruce Cassidy.
Oh, I know. They should fire Sweeney and flog him publicly and then bring Cassidy back. But we know that's not going to happen. So let's see. In the process of the last time that I was able to go live with internet, I finished the cow baby blanket. I had Rhea look at it. Rhea says it's adorable. I finished Cullen's, and for you know who that rescued a dog because we want something bright and colorful because she's white, and so she's like, she came from a real rough puppyhood. Okay, so it's like a chocolate raspberry thing going, but as we get to the middle, it's going to get brighter and brighter.
Oh, nice.
And then I have to come up with 3 more blankets for that special order that's due to be delivered in February. So I'll be taking, anybody has some color ideas, because listen, I got colors in my yarn room, but this is an extra special order because somebody
Understatement, let's just say.
Listen, my yarn room's bigger than Joanne's up here, okay? So let me just put it that way. But yeah, people have babies all the time, Vicki, and I get asked because they know, what do? I crochet all the time. So if I didn't crochet, you bet your bottom dollar I'd be finding somebody that crochets. There's somebody on Facebook Marketplace that actually makes their amigurumi things, the things that I got Kim and Rhea, the crochet things, and she does cows too. Don't tell Liv. They're only 25 kisses. That's it.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I had a couple of pre-orders come in, and the worst thing you can say to me is like, choose whatever colors you want. That's a big statement. Have you seen my yarn room?
Right.
Chris has actually seen the yarn room. Bestie's been in there.
You can't walk in it. I'm just saying.
Listen, I need bookcases, free bookcases. The problem is this. I'm usually the only one that's home. The husband doesn't get home until like 8, 9, 10. I can't carry a bookcase up the stairs by myself. It's just not going to happen. I'll be like, if I get it in the car by myself, then getting it out of the car and then trying to bring it in, it's just not going to work. So I would need help doing that. So I need like 3 or 4 empty bookcases. You don't have a blanket yet? Oh, well, me.
Well, like I said, Vicky's like, who's having a baby? I was like, I'm not. My baby's going to be moving out.
Ain't me. I ain't got no uterus. She up and left. Yeah, so well, maybe we'll do a giveaway. If I can get 10,000 followers on TikTok and YouTube, so I can get like the sponsorship, so that you and I can breathe a little easier during the summer, that would be kind of nice. Then maybe I'll do a giveaway on a blanket. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make somebody a nice car blanket.
Nice.
Yeah, Cassidy. Listen, Vicki knows me. I have 2 teams that I follow. The Bruins
and Team Christina.
Anybody else that took us out of it, that beat them. That's it.
Team Bestie. You follow Team Bestie.
Yeah. So that's how I roll. But how we do this, Vicki, in my house, it's like, oh, vote for this one, vote for that one. Cameron's like, I don't think the Bruins going to take it. I'm like, I'm in it to win it till they're not in it. Okay. Once they were out, I was Vegas nights all over. Because I knew. But Cam Nailey, if you're watching by chance, because one of your kids is just channel flipping through the Facebook and stuff, fire Sweeney. He is the detriment to our long history of what I was going to have the cup. But I will say, guess who's back? Lucci's back. Woo! I know people aren't happy. I don't care. He kicked Lord Stanley in the head and said, bitch, that cup's ours. Okay? So he earned a place here. There's very few. We have Bobby Orr, Neely. Yeah, there's very few. And Lucci. I can't wait.
Oh, crapola.
Oh, no. Crapola what?
I was at Dollar General, and I forgot to get light bulbs. My light blew in my bedroom.
Listen, I would say I'd turn a light bulb on, but listen, I'm good. I'm good. That's not one of my talents.
I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached.
Do you remember me telling you upstairs in my ensuite, my bathroom that's attached to my room, how the lights were flickering? And then they'd stop, so we replaced all the bulbs, right? What was that, like a month, 2 months ago?
They blew again.
They're flicking in unison. So you get one that starts, you know that thing where you hit the the ball and it bounces all the other balls and soon they're all going in the same direction?
Yeah.
Same thing, but with lights on the mirror.
Leave.
Who's that?
Leave. Who do you think it is?
Oh, so for the investigation this weekend, I had to go get some more supplies like the cat balls that glow.
Outside.
I got a set, a nice set, because you guys, if you haven't been to Walmart, you got to go hit that party section because I marked down. You can get sparkling blue balls. And I got them for like 23 kisses each, so they were like really cheap.
Thank God John walked out the door before you said that.
Guys, I've had no freaking internet up here, not consistently. Like I'm talking to Bessie, he's like, hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, and she's like, I've been messaging you for 3 days. I'm like, I don't have anything showing that you called me. I thought you were just like taking a break. And then the same thing was happening with Jess. Like I'd call her and it would be fine. And then 2 seconds later, we have no picture. There's no video feed. We're just going, hello?
Everybody calls me Bestie, Vicky. I don't really put my name out there.
Well, here's the reason why. Because petty bitches will be petty bitches. So when I go live on Facebook, what happens is everybody wants reading because, they're free. And not like free. They're free. You don't have to give me your credit card number. You don't have to give me it's free. You get one question free because I feel like we need a little free in our lives, a little sunshine. We need a little break and go, oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Just tell me, is this going to be good today? We need that in our lives. But some people are taking it too far, and I have admins that are in different time zones. So I have one that's over in England. I have one that's in Australia. I have one in the Midwest. I have Bestie. And then I have one over in California. So, we get some sleep. But they were messaging them personally and being like, well, I need a reading. You got to get me in for a reading. What? What's in it for them? Well, it's free, so you should be. You want a private reading? You book a private reading. If everybody's so happy with what I do going live, you should. If you haven't had a private reading, you can only imagine how much more fun it gets because I don't have Facebook censoring me.
Let's see.
I know they never should have gotten rid of him. That was all Sweeney because Sweeney was getting along with the Cassidy. Guess what, Sweeney? Go home. We don't need you. Go play with your children.
Vicky, I can have if you message Lisa, she'll let you know my name since she knows you.
Vicky is a teacher. Well, I think she's retired now. She's a teacher for where we used to live.
She don't even look like she
girl
to retire.
Girl, she got the best genetics in the world.
She looked young.
And her son had the best nickname, Big Mac. Like, oh my God, it was great. She's got a great family. She's such a sweetheart. She's one of those teachers that you wish would never retire because they do it right from the get-go.
She retired in 2020. Congratulations.
Yeah. But I'm sure somewhere out there you're still helping somebody because I know you, Vic. Because I know you.
I am an event planner too, just so you know.
So she does like baby reveals, baby showers. She does my events when I'm in Pennsylvania, really anywhere that I am. I've got the event this weekend and then come home. Wednesday I got Godsmack and then I go to New York. I just thought about that. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, Bessie.
I leave in a few hours.
Wait a minute. When do I get squeezed in again?
August.
Okay.
Well, don't forget, I have to stop off and get you for the event this weekend because you're coming.
Oh, yeah.
You're coming for the walkthrough?
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is when you're actually going to hang out up here.
Well, that's August. If you check your little doomahickey thing, you should have something that says Lisa Week. And then I'm coming back in October, I thought, for another Pete and Reedy's event.
Yeah.
Let's check. Listen, this year has not gone exactly how I thought it was going to be planned out with the surgery, the storms, and everything else.
I ain't got nothing in August.
The last time we had sunshine on a weekend, April. April. Here in Massachusetts, April. Okay, that's a while.
Yeah, there's nothing in my doomahickey. There's nothing that says Lisa week. Just saying.
Okay. Hold on, I'll tell you what it is. It's July. It is the last weekend. The last week, I should say, in August. So it's like 24th, I think, to the 31st.
Oh yeah.
Don't you have it in?
Nope. Now I will.
I thought you had it in.
No, I didn't have it in.
And then September, there's some events back in New York, but he just gave me a quick list, so I don't have anything nailed down.
Nobody better be getting married in September. Just saying.
No, listen. If you buy tickets to an event months in advance, then somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, we're getting married." What do? Bestie goes. You know what I do? I send them a gift.
You know why we can't not.
No, I don't hear that blood's thicker than water crap. I don't, because you know what? If your emergency isn't their emergency, then their emergency doesn't even register as, oh, should I pick up that phone?
But it's Sissy's son.
Then he should have planned it sooner.
I know, right?
This is like the third year in a row that something's happened.
Not the day before my own wedding anniversary.
Right?
Okay.
Nothing's going to get in our way. We're going to do it right next year. I got a wedding to go. Don't anybody get married next year. She'll kill you.
Hi, Trish. How are you?
Hi, Trish. How are you, honey?
Okay,
so where's everybody watching from? I'm out of allergy medication. I have to get some before.
Well, Eileen. Let's see. We have Eileen, Vicky, and Trish. Who else is watching? Colleen's watching.
Hey, Dusty.
So there's.
What? Do you see on your live stream? Does it say stream this to your audience? Are we not streaming?
We are streaming. Okay. So there's a new thing with StreamYard where the guests, like say if I just don't even put you or Paranormal Interest on, but I send you the invite, you can stream to your pages, but we're already streaming to your pages. So
okay, so the stuff that we tried to do back in the beginning of the pandemic, which they allowed us to do without making it difficult, then they took that away. Then they brought something else back. Now we're going back to the simple thing, like we should have been able to do this from the get-go.
Hi, Virginia.
They send out save the date invites? Yeah, like right. That's what I'm thinking. Listen, I love you all. If you invite me to your wedding and I have a concert.
Yeah, she ain't going to your wedding.
And it's one of my bands, which I'm old, by the way, because I'm 54. If it's one of my bands and they're still touring, I love you. I wish you well. I will put good thoughts out for you, but I will be that crazy old bitch trying to get backstage. Chances are I'm already front stage, which my son Cameron saw that. He's like, I just think it's so funny. I'm like, the lead singer's like, hey. And then the drummer's like, Lisa. Like, I got you. I know the bar closed early, but I got you. Meet me at my car. I got you. Cameron said that it made him feel like he was back in youth hockey again because my cooler, my infamous cooler.
So I put the 24th.
Okay, now I can see it.
Bestie coming.
Because I thought that.
Oh, no. Now she's definitely lying.
Girl, I told you she's got really good genetics. And Vicky's one of those few people that has actually had.
She found the fountain of youth, didn't she?
No. She's actually had all the foods that I've made. So anything I've made, I've given to her. Like, so there's been like danishes, bread, soup, chowder. Like, it is what it is.
Man, I hope I looked at. Wait, no.
But dude, didn't we decide that? Like, I thought that was the week that we decided that we were going to have La La Bestie Palooza at Jess's. We're going to do like a little meet and greet thing once we get that lawn mowed.
I don't know. I forget. Teaching was my fountain of youth. Aww.
Kids will keep you young, and they will also give you great gifts.
All right. So
if you want to book a reading, and if you follow my page, you really should like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You should try to book as soon as possible, because when I say these dates are filling up,
hi, Tiffany.
they could call Bestie while I'm sleeping and be like, oh, we need this, this, and this. Like when I went to Bestie's for that 14 days, like literally, she would just like, Lisa, you have 3 readings. I'll send Colin to wake you up. Okay. I know what I'm doing.
Jess is taking care of something right
Eileen,
now.
you know how this goes? Life happens just when you don't need life to happen, because you're supposed to go live. Like your kids don't need you, won't even talk to you until you're on the phone, in the bathroom, or in the shower. Same thing. She's got kids.
Oh, Vicky, I know, but she gonna say I'm a great cook too. My bestie wings, my London broil.
Bestie can throw it down, girl. She can throw it down. The only thing is that we go, oh, we're gonna get this, and then we get it, and then the waitress comes to our table and she's like, you guys didn't eat anything, and we're all like, oh no, we can't. Can we just wrap this up?
Well, that's at Pete and Reenie's.
Yeah, but where else do we eat when we're in PA? Pete and Reenie's.
Pete and Reenie's.
That's where we go.
If anybody is in PA, I'm in Pennsylvania, you need to look up Pete and Reenie's. 50 style restaurant, has the jukebox going.
My mouth is already watering because I'm thinking
homemade mozzarella sticks.
These mozzarella sticks look like it's a friggin' dash hound. That's how big those sticks. Like you see people like, oh, we make our own. And like, so a regular stick's like this big. These are like not this. They're huge. It's like a ear of corn. Like I'm like, what the hell is that? She's like, a mozzarella stick. I'm like, that's not normal. That's not normal.
And the chicken noodle soup. Woo.
Right.
Vicky wants to know, how can she sample my cooking? I'll be up there.
Well,
sooner than you think.
Well, listen, I hate to call people out now, but you know what? Screw it. I'm having tea. Let's spill some tea while we're here. Bestie gave that wicked nice speedy sauce to Kim, and I didn't get one this time. And I'd already used all mine. And when I say used all mine, I mean I rationed that stuff out for a whole freaking year. We can't get it up here.
I'm working on it.
And then Kim's like, oh, I got pictures. I use this, and I'm like, I messaged her, and she goes, oh no. I go, you got a bottle of it? And she goes, yeah, Bestie gave it to me. I'm like, oh really? She goes, ooh, gotta go.
I'm working on it, Bestie.
So listen, I make blankets all the time. Do I not bring my crochet everywhere I go? Okay. So I take yarn donations. So anytime you're going to go to an event, please feel free to buy some yarn. I don't really care what color. Clarence yarn.
Tiffany makes candy. That's like bad. I'm like on a diet. I started a new thing, so I'm like, ooh. Hi, Patricia.
You know what? There's a candy that I haven't tried, but I'm terrified to make it. It's that thing that is like, it's nougat, so it's like whipped, and then like it's usually got chocolate. Dip it in the chocolate. Oh my god, it looks so good. I can't. Back in the day, all our parents made candy at home. My mother made taffy during the winter. I'm like, wait, what? I'm sorry, what?
Where was I?
Why didn't you make any when we were growing up? And she's like, oh, it's a lot of work. Yeah, you were sending us outside anyways. We would have pulled taffy. We would have eaten it all, but we would have pulled it.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry, honey. It's hard, and trust me, it's hard because my mother's been gone 4 years, and I'm still not over it.
Never gets any easier.
So, Vicky, this should tweak your teacherism inside. So everybody knows this story of Little Red Riding Hood, right?
And the big bad wolf? Yes.
I'm gonna huff and puff and blow you away. That Wolfie's always getting.
No, that was the Three Little
Well,
Pigs.
no, I know, but if you notice, those two
Hi,
came around at
Amy.
the same time, and the wolf always is the one that's the bad guy rather. We went to eat at a brunch, which is a 5-course brunch. It's a preset menu. So like you got to be in there in time. It's not like, oh, I'm running late. They're like, that's fascinating. I realize there's a hurricane and a tornado, but we're seating at 11:30. It is based on. That's what I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it. The story of Little Red Riding Hood is based on this place, and it's by me. And the food. Okay, and I know this is sacrilege, so I'm going to whisper it. So you know how Pete and Reedy's makes the best ranch dressing in PA?
Yeah.
So they give you a little salad, and it's already dressed. I look at mine, I look at Rhea's, and Rhea's looking at hers, and Cameron's looking at his, and he's like, oh, this is good. And I'm like, yeah. So I call the waitress. She goes, there's a problem. I go, yeah. She goes, oh, no, something wrong. I go, yeah. When you make really good homemade ranch dressing, you can't just give a little drizzle. You need to bring the whole thing out. So she brought it's this cute little thing. It's like, it's got 2 little handles on the side. It's a little thing that holds the ranch dressing. And now everybody wants my dressing.
Wait. No. You traitor. Treason.
No. So listen, right? Because they're like, well, how good is it? As good as the one that's in your fridge that we can't use? I'm like, oh, that's gone. Cameron goes, I'm surprised you're not drinking it out of the teacup. Because I had tea. Of course I ordered tea over ago. So I took the glass and he goes, I can't believe you did. I'm like, hey, my pinky was out. Okay, so I use nanners there. All right.
I'm telling Kate.
Listen, they sell the stuff in a jar. So what I'm wondering is, if we buy some really cool glass jars and go to Kate, like, we're gonna need a case of that. Our coolest full of ice. We're gonna need a case of that. And every time I leave town, we bring somebody new into Pete and Reenie's to initiate them, and they're like, yeah. And we're like, no, you need to get the onions. Well, that's a lot. I'm like, and you need ranch. Well, I'm not really a fan of ranch. We're like, we don't care. Get it anyways. And then at the end, after they taste it, then it's a fist fight for the ranch dressing. So it's like, oh, Purple Dahlia's in town. Well, gonna have to make a tub full of ranch. Because basically it's like, we'll have a gallon of ranch with some things to dip it with.
All right. So it is 8:32. I have to be off at 9, like 9:10 the latest.
Okay.
Let's do some readings.
Yeah. If you're new here and you do have ability,
Amy, be careful, please.
Please, Amy, message one of us to let us know that you're okay afterwards. Please be very careful. Grab some water, a blanket, and get your ass down.
Yes.
We had that here, the touchdown. My husband drove through a washed out road.
Send prayers to Amy. There is a tornado warning where she lives. Please.
For those of you that are on the East Coast, by the way, and that includes you, Bessie, because you're on like the East Coast, there's another massive, terrifying storm coming through within the next 12 hours. So you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be setting up for a party tomorrow, and we're going to get drenched.
What does that tell you?
Hush. Tiffany, yes, she can do a reading for you. Unfortunately, with your mom passing only 3 weeks ago, she's not going to be able to connect.
So I don't think we've covered this rule in a while because usually everybody already knows. If you've had a family member that's passed and you want to communicate with them, generally speaking, if the person that's booking your reading will be like, oh, is there some, what kind of specific reading did you want, this and that? Oh, when did they pass over or cross over? If they haven't passed, it hasn't been 3 months, this is what happens, okay? You're not ready for their messages. Their messages aren't going to come through as clearly because, excuse me, they're dealing with the emotional fact like, oh my God, I've passed, okay? Only once, if Tanya's watching this, only once has that happened. And I'm like, oh, so your husband passed away like recently, like 3-4 months ago? She's like, no, like a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, her husband, by the way, is former Vice, Which remember that period of time when like I have all these dead people showing up and I have no idea why because these cases don't pertain to me. I haven't been called or anything. It was because he was helping me because he was fascinated with it. I'm like, that's great, but yes, only once has it happened. So we're a little bit more careful, and it's just because it's a lot. You have to. Mourning has many stages, and you have to be ready to hear the messages. Honestly, it's worth it to just wait because I'd hate for you to. I'm not the cheapest, but I'm not even middle of the road for what people charge. I try to make my services affordable for everybody. Everybody deserves to have a reading.
Yeah.
But you also have to be ready. Like I can't. This is how Spirit used to do it for me. They'd wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, "You have to log on." Why? Well, because somebody's child died and they're upset on the other side and they want their mommy. You want me to get up, log on to Facebook in the middle of the night, find this woman, wake her butt up out of bed and be like, "Hi, are you ready to have a message from your dead child?"
Yeah.
So children and pets don't follow the rules. So this child was very persistent. So I'm like, I'm going to regret this. I had chest pains. I mean, I was completely drenched in sweat because I was so freaked out of what this woman was going to do to me. She was actually awake. And she goes, I thought as much. She said, because it's thunder and lightning, and he never liked the thunderstorms.
Mm.
How lucky did I get with that one? Because normally, if you go up to a stranger, you're just like, hey, it doesn't work like it does for that Long Island iced tea girl. Okay. You can't go up to people like, hey, I got a message for you. Because a lot of time they're going to go, do you need an ambulance? Should we call
Right.
like, you can't do that.
So, Luis
Patty, please be careful, honey.
Dubois Hunda. Hello
Okay.
from Canada.
Dubois.
Do you see me meeting the love of my life soon?
Ooh, actually, I do. But here's the thing. I think you've already met this man and you sort of friend zoned him right away. Listen, we all do it. We all. If you don't look hot like Elvis and you don't talk like some of those actors that I have a long list of cuties that I like to hear talk, yeah, you might friend zone them. But here's the thing: we've as a society as a whole, because there's no one size fits all. As a society as a whole, especially for people that are in the dating community,
Hi, Brooke.
we're not even out of high school yet. We want a boyfriend, a fiance, get married, this and that. Pump your brakes, yo. Pump your brakes. Because you really need a solid foundation. I would never live in a house that didn't have a solid foundation. Don't hit the panic button and be like, okay, so this is our first date. Oh, do you like Italian? Great. So what colors do you think my wedding party should wear? You're going to chase them out. You're going to chase them out. Or we don't see the spark right away and we friend zone them. But the problem is when we do that, what is that? I don't have the thingy, so I don't know. It's like you swipe left or right.
Tinder or whatever.
Whatever. It's like the swipey thing. That's kind of superficial because we wouldn't want somebody judging us by the outside because our inside's what counts. The outside's always going to change. It's never going to stay the same. It's going to change. I'm not the same person I was when I was 18, and oh God, do I miss that figure. But you know what I'm saying? Bestie, are you the same person that you were back in the day?
Nope.
None of us are. I would hope that we're better. I would hope that we're better, and we've learned to stop and smell the roses. So this man, you've already met and pushed him to the friend zone, but he hasn't given up on you, which I think is sweet because he keeps an eye on you, but he does it at a distance because he doesn't want to pressure you and he doesn't want to come across as creepy because he's not. He's just genuinely sweet. He's a sweetheart. He's an old fashioned. He's a romantic. This man will be about 5'9" to 5'11". He's got darker blonde hair, so I'm gonna say he's almost like a tawny brown. He's got a medium build, but he's like this is a guy that either has fantastic genetics and never has to work out a day in his life, and he got lucky, or he busts his butt to get this. I mean, he got the muscles and stuff, but he's just a big romantic. He's like a big teddy bear. But when you look at him, he might be a little off-putting to some, but he's just a real sweetheart, and he will not tolerate for somebody to mistreat somebody that he loves. He'll stand up for them. So go back and think to yourself, have I met this man? He's big on football. I don't know if that's a big thing in Canada, but he's big on football. I don't even think he's originally from Canada. Okay, here we go, because you're going to find out I suck at geography. What's the state that's just under Canada, but it's more towards California?
Oregon, Washington.
There you go, that one. Is that have a Native American on their football team? Is that like an Indian?
Well, used to be.
You know how I feel about this. If I see another set of leg warmers and people tell me like, oh, we've learned our lesson, so we're just going to remove it from our past. If we can't hide from the shoulder pads, we will never be able to forget what our country has done to each other. Okay, so we just admit that off the bat. So there's it has to be a vintage jersey. So it's white. And is it like red and yellow or like an orange and yellow kind of color scheme? Or gold? I'm sorry, red, gold, and yellow? Listen, I follow hockey and only them. Okay, so that's why I'm like, Although I do like football, but I prefer the college games because they're more fun. I'm not going, just watching. Okay. Do you know who Joe Namath? I hope I said his name right. Do you know who I'm talking about when I say Joe Namath? Because I'm not really sure I know who I'm talking about when I say Joe Namath.
Well, kind of again.
Did he play for that team?
I don't know. I'm not.
Listen, people be like, oh, well, somebody asked me, if your kids' lives depended on it, and you know how I love my sons, name another basketball team and a player off of it, other than the Celtics. I have nothing.
He played. Tom Rosar says he played for the Jets.
What color are those uniforms? Because I see something.
Green and white.
Okay.
I only know that because of my brother-in-law.
Is Joe Namath the one that was on the Brady Bunch?
I don't know.
So he
looks before my time.
He looks like the guy that was on the Brady Bunch. But they're showing me a Washington Chiefs. I'm sorry, Chiefs. There's something vintage or retro about this. I'm sure he's got more than one jersey. But, like, I have this. He has football teams. So go back and kind of think, because you would have bumped into him around football season. And this is wherever you go to get gas, don't be wearing the sweatpants when you go to get gas. Keep a little lip gloss in the car. Absolutely, Vic.
So, all right.
So he is coming. July now? Is it August? It's July now. So yeah, in a couple of months you're gonna be bumping into him again, and it's gonna be like, oh, I think I know you, girl. He knows who you are. Play along, play nice, play along in the sandbox, because from there on in, that will be your man.
All right. Next question.
Oh, see, Eileen said he was on the Brady Bunch. See, but he looks like that guy that was on the one with the Brady Bunch. I'm kind of, I was like, oh God, they gave me Joe Namath, and I'm like, oh, I don't know.
You're very welcome, Louise.
You're so welcome, honey. Okay. So where is everybody from? And if you're new, let me know that you're new. Put a heart up and let me know where you're watching from.
Louise is from Canada. We got Patricia, and it's in Northeast Ohio.
Listen, people, I give my dogs chamomile tea. It's like nature's Valium, and it's safe for everybody: pets, animals, elderly, babies, everybody.
Brooks in PA.
Mm. Brookie saw me on my live when I was getting my nails done. Oh, Brookie didn't sing.
Yeah, I don't get notified when you go live on TikTok anymore. I don't know what's going on.
These storms, I mean, they're saying that we haven't had this much rain since like 1970 something, and that our soil can't even take like a little like light passing summer storm anymore because it's just that much water. We have a road that we go on, like that brings me to like Cammie's house, so we go through New Hampshire, and it's one of those roads where it dips down just a little bit and there's water on both sides, and you're always like, oh, someday that thing's gonna flood. Oh, it flooded. I thought I was going to need an amphibian boat to get out of there. Let's see.
You guys are going with me while I put on more eggs.
She's got to make eggs because she has this is the weekend for her daughter's.
Sorry, I gotta make eggs.
Yeah, she did like a little pink on the toes. Oh, and I did end up getting that thing done. I had that done afterwards. People got me all twisted up. It was nothing. Akron, Ohio. I'm gonna have to come out there because I keep getting drawn to Ohio. Do you have a serial killer kind of thing happening in the news out by you? Like, I'm gonna say it's an old case, but it's pertaining because they thought that it had stopped and now it's sort of starting up again. And Ohio is really only 8 hours from Bestie, so really it's like just a trip to Gettysburg. And there's some places in PA that we still want to investigate. So, but this time when I come,
Yeah.
I am confiscating phones. I'm going to crochet a nice deep bag, and we're going to put all the phones in there while we're having a good time.
Sounds like a plan.
Out. The same answer they give us. Out. Oh, where? Well, I want to come.
Yeah. Who's next?
Who would have a question that they would like answered? And could you tell me what kind of subject you want me to look into? Like, you want me to look into like work, money, love, romance? I can't pull lottery numbers. If I could, don't you think I would have said tonight, sorry, we had to cancel the show because I'm cashing a very big check.
Patricia said in Cleveland. She thinks in Cleveland.
Okay. And I would have been like sending little messages like, you're going to need to bang in sick to work tomorrow. Why? Trust me, when my Learjet shows up, you'll know why. Hi, Brookie.
Let's see if the spirit.
Brookie, please tell me what area you'd like me to look into because you know what spirit's throwing down right now.
Hobby.
At this rate, I'm going to start charging.
Right?
Like somebody's going to have to name the kid after me. Any work-related things for James. Okay. So I will, Brookie, let me do Vicky's son, Big Mac first. Vicky, is he getting married? Is Big Mac getting married? Because they just showed me a wedding. Hi, Kathy. Oh, it's okay. Listen, this is like the first weekend in like since friggin' April that we haven't had rain and a storm. And when I say, everybody see that movie, A River Runs Through It? There is a river through my blueberry bushes right now, and I'm not happy because I don't have any blueberries yet. And I usually have blueberries by now. Okay, so when your niece is getting married and there's a guest list, do they have like is there like a mutual bunch of friends or a bunch of young people? Because I see him with this girl. I think Big Mac is about to be like Mr. Big Mac now. Yeah. And you'll have to tell him I said hello and that I miss him. Your husband too. Right. That's what I'm saying. Crazy. literally they said even like a little overnight morning drizzle, our soil can't. Like I don't have a sewer system, kind of thing. So I had thickly settled woods behind me, and when they when they raped the land and took all the trees, now the water has no place to go except through my yard. So if it isn't bad enough that the water's coming, thankfully my house is built into a rock. But as it dries out, it smells like Vicky. It smells like a hockey bag in my backyard now. That, that's that kind of fungus, like that swamp. Something right here. Lots of cousins. Okay, well, I don't think this is a cousin, although I want to say it's probably just on the line of cousins. So, the old, oh, if it's third cousins or further, you're okay. It feels like the lineage may come back to the families, but it's a safe one. And there's something with that. There'll be a table full of mostly young ladies. That's the table.
Whoop.
Ooh, somebody sent
Let
me.
there be light.
Somebody sent me a friend request. I don't know why. Do I look lonely? I have puppies and yarn. I'm good. Okay. If you're sending me a friend request, congratulations, you figured out who I am. 2, you better have a human profile picture on there. I'm picky, and Bestie, do I not vet each and every person that sends me a friend request? Do I not spend 2-3 days checking them out?
Yep.
So don't send me a friend request and then think, oh, she'll just let me slip in there. Gee, no photos. That couldn't be a troll now, could it? Fools. And just wake up. I fell off the turnip truck last week, not this week. Okay. So she doesn't have black hair though, Vicky. She's got a nice brown hair. And it's got some nice wave to it. Super polite, highly educated, and she's a sweetheart. Okay, so Brookie.
Hi.
Hey, Jazz.
Hey.
Long enough.
Sorry. Oh my goodness, that took so long. I'm so sorry.
We're thinking of adding a section of the show called Rumor Has It. So we'll take questions about things that are going on the TV, like, oh, did he do it? Did he not do it? Did OG do it? Is she really cheating on this guy for this guy? We'll handle those questions. But I thought it'd be fun because we all do it. How many of us sit there in front of the TV? It'll be like a murder mystery, whatever. We're not going to watch it because, I don't need any murder in my life. And then 2 seconds later, we're like, oh, I think he did. Bestie, are you cold?
No, it's the scarf you made.
I know what scarf it is. I made it.
I found it on the floor by the couch. Where I was like,
You can also use it as a shawl too.
Jess, look at the screen.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Okay.
So that's Bestie's Black Hawk Red, and then this is Cullen's. It's bigger. It's a car blanket, so it's enough that he can put it over his car seat. Excuse me, or you can cuddle up with him on the couch, or if Mom needs for the other baby cold, you know what I mean? She'll be able to use it for that one too. But I got the cow, and I got packed out and stuff up. I gotta remember to put it in my car. We'll see if I get that far.
Trish says, Lisa, can you tell me about my job?
Okay. The new job I see you going into, or the current status of your job where you are? That didn't come from me. That came from Spirit. They want to know specifically which one are you. Pick one. All right, Brookie, let me pull you a card while Trish. Brookie has generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. So there's some money coming in for you, Brookie. But I also see.
Like she said before, shoot, LOL.
Find a hobby. Find a hobby. Okay. Trish, which one do you want? Like your current job or the one that I see you going into? Current. Okay. Your current job, there's somebody at your work that really has it in for you. Mind you, this is a public thing. So when you're private, I can give you the juicy details. I can say how she likes her coffee, the one that's coming for you. But because this is public and there's no way I can filter from public because once it's out, it's out. So I'll be very careful, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to figure this out. So this person will have resting beach face in the break room. And every time you go in to either get coffee or water or whatever, she does one of these. Like, you know how people stir their coffee, but you come in. She's one of those, okay? She has it in for you. She's been gunning for you for a while, like really gunning for you. She's old, but they don't want to let her go because I don't know what they're like. She must do something for them. But let me put it this way: you only ever give somebody how much of yourself at work? 85%. Why only 85%? Because as soon as you give them 100%, they don't need you anymore. They've drained you. They've used you like a Dixie cup. They just throw you away. Only ever give them 85%. And I love how these new young millennials come in with the power position and then they go, can you just train this person for me? Yeah. Because that person's going to work for cheaper, but they want all your knowledge in that person. As soon as you're done training them, guess who takes your job? Okay? It feels like this woman in your current job is trying to line up a job for somebody in her family. And they're kind of on the fence about it. I want you to dust off your resume. Check. Go through the resume. If anybody out there's looking for a job, this is what you should do. Go through your resume. Remember how we used to inflate some things a little bit to make it look really good? Business people don't want that now. They want to know what you've had for experience. And if it's not education-wise, work experience. That's what they want. Be honest with them. Because now they have to pay your worth. Sucks to be the boss, but guess what? If you have an employee that's been loyal and they do their job, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, pay them. Keep them there for a long time because most places nowadays, they can't hold on to employees. It's like a constantly recycling of people and there's not good quality people. So if you've got a good quality person working for you, pay them. That goes for people too. Like, I get my nails done. We have a waitress. We tip. They're working. They're working. That means that they don't live in the lap of luxury. They're working. They're trying to pay bills, feed the kids, or whatever. This girl is trying to take money off your table right now. Get your resume dusted off and keep checking because I want to say within the next 2 to 3 weeks when she thinks she's going to pull her power move, if you've checked your resume and start checking for jobs, there is a job that you would have killed 4 months ago to have, and now you're hesitant about. Go for the interview. Go for the interview because every now and then we need to be reminded of our worth. Because we're worth a lot more than what we sell ourselves off for. Like, oh, I suppose I can, I'll work an extra 3 shifts. Oh, I didn't get a raise this year. Like, come on now, people. We're better than that. Man I'm supposed to meet that I already knew. What would his name be? I don't see a name, but he drives a hybrid Hummer. He got money because if he can afford that car, he got money. And it's like an army olive green. I don't know if it's like a new color or something.
Cool.
So I would dust off the resume, Trish, okay? Hold your own. Don't be so super helpful. But if you're going to help somebody, just hold back a little bit. Because once they've taken all the information from you, they're going to replace you. So just hold on a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, take a break. All right. Hi, Donna from Hello, Victoria. Oh, hi, Donna. Is it Cheatham? I hope I said that right.
Stephanie Wilhelm Johnson. Can you pull a card for me? My neighbor from hell asked to call a truce.
Listen, don't take water from them if the cap's already been opened. bring your own water. That's suspicious as you know what. Fish. Suspicious as fish is what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I'm not getting nothing good about it.
The Magician card. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So it's almost like they're making the reference that you moved the mountain for Moses and that you should tread lightly because if it sounds too good to be true, keep plotting. Keep plotting. I don't trust her. I don't trust that neighbor.
All right. I know Jess.
Don't eat any food from them either. Don't even try to be polite. Just be like, oh, you know what? I'll save that for after dinner tonight. And then when you go home, in the dumpster, in the bin.
Listen, I know Jess just got on, but we need to talk to her. So we're gonna cut it. We need to talk to Jess.
Oh.
So we're gonna cut it short. Well, it's only 4 minutes before.
Is there somebody else in the room with you, Jess?
Not now, no.
Is there somebody outside your window?
Well, I freaking hope not. That would be creepy. Thank you.
Did anybody else see what I saw? Because I want to make sure that I'm not. There's nobody in the room that might be walking on the other side of the camera that would have cast a shadow, correct?
Me?
Well, obviously the answer is no, because I know what the shadow looked like, but I'm just saying it can't possibly be, but I'm going to ask anyways. We're just going to rule it out. Is there anybody walking in front of your camera right now on the other side?
Mm-mm.
Do you have some tater chips?
No. I don't have none of that either. I've got a whole lot of nothing.
If you haven't come in Love and Light, you need to get your ass up out of there. Because I will drive there in 20 minutes and don't think I can.
Oh.
And this, I want to say, remember the feeling that we used to pick up from that room that you're in, and then it disappeared for a while now?
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that feeling's back.
Well, no surprise there after my visit.
Okay, I gotcha.
All right, guys.
Okay. See, Kathy, sorry. It was like she said from behind her head, right? Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're going to get off of here. Make sure you tune in next Thursday.
Yeah, I've been trying for the Sundays, guys, because that's usually my regular slotted time. But these road trips, and again, thank God they were like a week apart, because like I would have freaked out if one was Friday, one was Saturday, because that's like 32 hours driving. I would be freaking out. There's still some tickets left. I think Eric said there's like 3 or 4 tickets, maybe. So if you want to go to the Amsterdam, New York event for an investigation, and there'll be like a lecture before. I'm one of the guest lecturers, so I'll be there for the investigation. Or even just like come by or message the page, and Bestie will let me know, and maybe we can arrange a meet and greet. Okay?
Yep.
That investigation's $10 up in Amsterdam. It's $10, and let me remind you, it's 45 minutes from Herkimer Mines, where you can just buy a bucket of dirt and do some shooshing.
I know, right? And I got a
belt. Okay.
All right. We love you guys. Pay positivity forward.
Part of the solution,
not the problem.
Okay?
Listen,
if somebody comes to you and goes, oh, no, I got the solution, back away slowly and go, that's great. Oh, you know what? I think I left my coffee maker on at home. I'll be right back.
Good night, everyone.
Love y'all. Good.